Hi, this is Jamey with Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about Patriots and Redcoats, a game that I do not own, but I do have this photo of what the game looks like on the table. This is a photo that I took this past weekend. I've played the game twice now. This game is kind of a mashup of Good Cop, Bad Cop, Secret Hitler, and maybe a little bit of the Resistance sprinkled in. So it's one of these large group bluffing deduction social games. And it takes some of my favorite elements from those games and combines them into one nice package. My favorite mechanism in the game is tied to a few different things, so I need to explain it a little bit. Basically, on your turn, players are very engaged in this game from round to round with a few different decision types. And on your turn, you're drawing from this deck of cards, and you're revealing a card, and the card will tell you, usually it has an icon on it. It's like a spy card, and it's allowing you to increase the possibility that a player will have to reveal one of their role cards. So it doesn't automatically say, hey, you need to reveal this role card. Rather, once a player collects 3 of these little icons, these spy icons, that's when they have to reveal one of their role cards. So I might draw a card with one of those icons, I might give it to you, and then later someone else might give you a card that has 2 of those spy icons. Now you have 3 icons, you must reveal a card. So it's a way to find out information from players around the table, and you are directly targeting players, but usually, unless you draw a spy card with 3 of those icons, you're not immediately impacting that player. There are also some cards like that that make you get rid of those cards. You get to get rid of those cards, or maybe turn a card back over. And this is all really important in this game because similar to Good Cop, Bad Cop, your identity is hidden by your roles. So like I was a Patriot in this game. I had a Patriot in the middle, and I had a turncoat. And so because I had 2 Patriots and I didn't have like a Redcoat leader, I was a Patriot. That was my identity in the game. There's no other hidden card that you have to hide or deal out. It's just these cards. But the real key here, so you're hiding your identity. You're using that to advantage. But the thing that I think differentiates it from Good Cop, Bad Cop, a nice twist on it, and I love Good Cop, Bad Cop, and there's a version of that game set in the world of Euphoria. So I really do like that game in particular. It's called Leaders of Euphoria. But the thing that I really like here is that if you have all of your identity cards, your loyalty cards revealed, you are out of the game. So it's not just information that you're hiding. This is your life. These 3 cards are your life in the game. And so it gives, when you're handing out those spy cards that I explained, it gives you a lot of power as to which players you're targeting. You're finding out information about them, but also you are moving them towards being eliminated from the game, which is quite powerful, especially if you eliminate the exact right player. If you eliminate the opposing team's leader, that's very powerful. That ends the game immediately. If I'm a Patriot, and actually this happened in the game, and I was a Patriot, and I have suspicion that the player to my left was the Redcoat leader, and so I gave her a spy card that made her reveal her final card, eliminating her, which made me feel bad a little bit because I don't like eliminating players, but she was the Redcoat leader, so it was the right move. The one last twist this game does that's really, really interesting is that from that deck that you draw those spy cards, there are a few other special cards mixed in there, and one of them says everyone passes one of their loyalty cards face down to the player on their left. So it gives you the opportunity in the middle of the game to change your loyalty, which is really, really cool. I don't think, well, no, that has happened in Good Cop, Bad Cop, but it's kind of an abnormality there. In this game, it is a thing that will happen in the game pretty much, where you will transfer a loyalty card around the table. Every player will do that. So if you are, so I was patriotic, very patriotic. I had no choice. I had to choose one of my Patriot cards to pass on to the player on my left. I could have become a Redcoat in that moment, which I think thematically works kind of well, and mechanically it just creates a fun moment in the game where you have to change up your strategy a bit, and you have an interesting choice. Which card do you pass, especially if you do have a choice in that? So many interesting things going on with this game with these loyalty cards and that deck of cards that you're drawing from to make decisions during the game on a turn-to-turn and round-to-round basis. I think it's really, really cool. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you've played Patriots or Redcoats, I'd love to hear your thoughts about the game, or if this reminds you of another mechanism in maybe one of those games that I've mentioned, or another large group game that I haven't mentioned, and you'd like to talk about it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it there. All right, thanks.